Today's Tuesday, January 2nd, and the stock market will be opening in under 4.5 hours from now. But this is a trade review of a position I just jumped into involving a short of the micro E-mini S&P 500 futures. The ticker symbol is /MES. And as of the time of this recording, the S&P 500 is quoted at 4,817. So with the stock market opening in a few hours, that will eventually be kicking off the trading year for 2024. So this is my first trade involving the S&P 500 for 2024. So these levels, the blue horizontal lines, are levels I identified a while ago, and from my perspective, they are still valid. And the local resistance level is 48.33. And local support is 47.84. And heading into Friday's close last week, ending the year 2023, there was a bounce off 47.96. I'm anticipating that this move here could eventually start fading back to the downside, potentially retesting 47.84. So a little while ago, I took a short position. I shorted two futures at 48.15. And right here, I have an insurance policy, air quotes, to close out the position if or when price crosses above this price level here, which is sitting at 48.22.5. And just to help me navigate through this trade, I overlaid this regression channel, and this appears to be a reasonable market structure since price broke below 48.33. So the upper yellow is acting as resistance, the lower yellow is acting as support, and this gray center band is acting as both support and resistance. So heading into the stock market open, I am anticipating that this trend to the downside will continue, possibly picking up momentum. So my entry price is right here, 48.15, which is what I marked up on the chart. The number of futures and the current P&L or current status is showing a loss of $22.50. And right now, the P&L is right here as well. So the zero line is pegged to 48.15. If I scroll up, my stop is sitting at a $75 loss. So I'm risking $75 in this trade, which is essentially a few ticks above this resistance level. If it holds, then that may bode well. But here, this last candlestick was a strong spike to the upside, and if something similar to that happening down here, then that could essentially close out my trade, incurring a loss for the year, to start off the year. So on the downside or the other side of the trade, my soft target here is sitting at 47.84. If or when price does hit this price level, I am considering closing out at least one of the two positions, but I'll reassess that as the trade progresses, because if there's a stronger move to the downside, then I'll continue letting the trade work itself out. So what I'll do is I'll pause it here. I'll do a status check heading into the stock market open. And so until that update, more to follow. Today is Tuesday, January 2nd, and the futures market started trading about 33 minutes ago. So officially, this is the trading session for January 3rd. So the candlestick that started trading is right here. And we can see here that this pattern played out, and I've since readjusted the regression channel to its current structure right here. So it's more of a sharper down or descending channel than initially before this major drop to the downside. And since then, price has been trying to break above 47.84 and staying above 47.84. So here we have multiple rejections, and then we have another rejection here at the regression channel's resistance level. Now that price is broken back above 47.84 and there's no resistance, it's possible that during the overnight session, price could continue grinding its way back to the upside. However, I'm still anticipating for price to fade back down and continue the trend to the downside. We can see here that the low of the day was 47.65, and that was about a $500 take profit had I closed the position out. But right now the P&L is reflecting a positive balance of $272.50. So heading into the market close, there was a rally end of day, pushing price back above 47.84. So my stop order is sitting right here. It's sitting at $125. So again, it's just an insurance. So if there was a strong push to the upside and I'm not at my workstation, this order will close out the trade. Unfortunately, at that point, it'll be a profit of 125. On the other side to the trade, well, actually, the low was 47.65. And as I had mentioned, 47.65 is right here. And that was a $500 take profit. Unfortunately, I didn't have my limit order sitting here. I have it sitting much lower. I believe it's right here. It's sitting at 47.50, which is a $650 take profit target right here. And that is the current status of this trade. I'll pause it again. I'll do another status check if I do get closed out or heading into the stock market open if I'm still in the trade. So until that update, more to follow. Today's Wednesday, January 3rd, and the stock market has been open for almost an hour and a half now, but the overall trend to the downside is still in progress. As of the time of this recording, the S&P 500 futures is quoted at 4,749, and since the futures market started trading last night at 6 p.m., the futures is down 38 handles. So this is the current candlestick right here. Which just crossed over the initial take profit target I had, sitting at $625. So I moved my take profit a little lower, and it's actually now sitting at $47.42. So it's in order right here. And if I open up Active Trader, the overall trade is up $665, and my take profit order is sitting right here, 47.42 and a half, which is a $725 take profit. Now, even though price may continue trending lower for that ultimate retest of 47.36, I'm fine with closing out the trade right here. Start off the year on a very positive note, and then I'll just look for another short entry, or I'll sit back and wait for that potential bounce off 47.36, and then possibly take the ride back to the upside. On the other side, my stop order is sitting right here, which is at $400, and this is just an alarm to notify me if there's going to be that sharp reversal. So I will move my stop order lower to maybe 550, 575, just again as an insurance policy for any violent spike to the upside. I just, I think I'll put it in that order where I have a price of a reasonable profit. So what I'll do is I'll pause it here, and as price trends lower, I'll try and capture the closing of this trade. So I'll go ahead and pause it here, considering it's only a few ticks away. So it might happen later this afternoon. So I'll just go ahead and pause it. Okay, it's been a few minutes. So I moved my stop here to 47.60, and that's about a $550 take profit right here. It's starting to look like price is going to run up. So I will go ahead and come down and intercept this move to the upside. If anything, I'd like to close this out now at like 575 right here, which is 47.50, 750. So it looks like there's going to be a mini bounce. I'm going to move this up to 575, take profit. right here. So I have this alarm, and now I'll move this down here. If I can pin it. So there's my stop. Price looks like it wants to come back up. Anyway, I have price surrounded. Here's my take profit. Here's my stop. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pause it again. So price is starting to creep up a little higher. So I walked my stop even lower for a $605 take profit stop order. So I'm literally a few ticks away from getting closed out, which is fine. At least I was able to participate on this move to the downside. So here we have price pushing up. Unless price gets rejected here. So this is the price. I'm about to get closed out. 2 ticks. There, I got closed out at 605, of which was from today's trading session. So that's it for this trade. I am done. First trade of the year, $605 win. So until the next setup, I will be back. I'm gonna track this and possibly look for a long position for that retest to run up. I'll see how it handles this resistance level here. So this was the price action I was looking at to see to cancel this, to closing this trade out. So that's it for this. I'll see you.